Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters. This is Garden of Virtuous Women. Shalom, shalom. This is Dahlia, and I want to say welcome, welcome. And yes, I am still up and running. I know it has been a very, very long time since I've been up here. It's been actually probably been like a month or two since I've been up here. I want to let you all know that I'm still here, and I'm still going to be continuing to do. I'm going to be resuming probably sometime either this week or next week with the live morning prayer. The only thing is the time for prayer is going to change from now on. It's going to be at 6:30 Monday through Friday. And I've also shortened a couple things as well. So I will not be doing the You Shall Live, or I will not be doing the last time's news. Any news or whatever that I may have, I'm going to incorporate it with live morning prayer. The only different thing is I'm going to be doing a second broadcast, a broadcasting for stay-at-home parents and stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home dads. So that's something that I'm going to be doing secondary, because I haven't really seen any broadcasts where anybody's been talking about being a stay-at-home mom or being a stay-at-home parent, period, or teaching your children at home, and also the struggles of being a stay-at-home parent and how you're coping with it and dealing with it, and also sharing your advice and whatnot. And so I'm definitely going to be doing a broadcast on that. But first, I want to say, before I get into anything else I'm going to be talking about, I want to deeply, deeply apologize to all my listeners, those of you who have been listening to me faithfully Monday through Friday for live morning prayer, and you've been wondering, where did Dahlia go? We're supposed to be doing live morning prayer. I haven't been hearing her. And so I want to apologize to you all. I don't want you to think that I just abandoned this broadcast and that I wasn't doing it anymore. I decided to take a break from it for a while, and reason being is that we are expecting our third child, and so I have been very, very sick. I haven't been feeling too well, so I haven't really been having the energy to do anything, let alone even to really do as much as I can with my two girls. So y'all willing, I'll be able to get back on my feet and get this live morning prayer started. And also I'm going to be doing the stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home parent broadcasting as well, but that won't be until I'm trying to figure out whether I'm going to do it at 12:30 or 1, because around between those times, that's around the time that I lay my girls down for a nap. And so for between 12:30 and 1, I'll be doing the stay-at-home mom broadcast. And on there, I'll be giving and sharing tips with you on how to be a stay-at-home parent, how to teach your children when you're a stay-at-home mom, and how to be more organized. I know a lot of us, we want to try to be that perfect mom, that super mom, or that super dad. But a lot of times, just being a super dad and being a super mom is all about just being there for your children and letting them know that they have someone to talk to, that they have someone to share their thoughts with, and just being around them, period. And also just having patience with them and learning to have patience with them. I know for me, I had to learn a while to have patience with my girls. Even matter of fact, I learned that before I even got pregnant with my first child. And when I got pregnant with my first daughter, she's 4 now, is that I automatically started to have patience. I started to have patience when I became a mother, when during the time when she was growing in my tummy, and all the way up to till the time when she was born. Her cries, my husband, he would be the one so annoyed that she'd be crying and stuff, and he'd say, "Oh my goodness, she has such a piercing cry." But me, it was just beautiful to me, just hearing her cry and hearing her cry and just whine, and because she's calling for me, or she needs me, or she needs us. It was just so beautiful to me, just hearing that. And so it taught me to be a lot more patient with her, and with her cries and her moodiness and whatnot. And even up until today, she is 4. And yes, you guys need to relax for a moment. And so pretty much it's all about having patience. The first thing of being a mother, of being a father, is you have to have patience with your children. I know it can get hard. I know it can be hard, but with the will of Yah, anything is possible. It's definitely been a struggle for me since I found out that I was pregnant. I'm now 13 weeks pregnant, and I'm still in my first trimester. And I can tell you, it's definitely been stressful for me. It's been both stressful and emotional for me, because it's dealing with, it's mostly with me coming to the realization that I can't do everything by myself. I can't be superwoman. I can't be supermom. And everything's not going to get done the way that I want it to. Because there's going to be moments where I have morning sickness. There's going to be moments where I'm puking and throwing up all over the place. And there's going to be moments where the house may be messy, and hey, I can't fix it every time when I need to. And that's okay. And sometimes we have to realize that sometimes we can't do everything on our own. We have to learn to ask for help. We have to learn to ask for help and ask if there's anybody that can help, or if there's anybody that we know that can just come out and help us straighten up the house, and help us with the girls, help us with the children. Then don't be ashamed to ask for that help. Or if you're struggling to where, you may not, you're so sick where you can't cook anything, see if there's anybody that you can pay. If there's a relative that you can pay to make you a meal, you buy all the ingredients, and see if there's any way that they can make that meal for you and bring it over to your home. And, or even if they can just come over to your house and cook for you, and you all just sit down and have a meal together. Because I know sometimes things can be really, really difficult. And it's even more difficult when you're trying to explain to your children that you have another life growing inside of you, and you're going to be sick sometimes, because sometimes your children may not understand that. And they may not understand it because they're so dependent on you and seeing you and being around with you and interacting with you all the time. And they don't understand that you're going to have to rest. You're going to need a lot of rest. And you can't always do what they expect you to do all the time. Before I found out I was pregnant, I was taking my girls out to the park, and we would go for walks. I would even, sit up for at least an hour or so doing homeschooling with them. And now that's a little bit shortened. And so now what I do is I'll try to get up and read the commandments to them, or I'll teach them Yah's prayer, which is in Matthew. I'll teach them that sometimes, and we'll go over that. And sometimes I'll get up and we'll do words. We'll sound out some words, and we'll learn new words. I've just gotten into, letting them watch animal documentaries. So we'll watch animal documentaries sometimes too. And then for most of the time, I'll let them watch their favorite cartoons and whatnot. But let's just be aware that through all things, you're going to have your moments where you just can't do it all. And that's where you have to learn to just say, look, I need some help. Yeah, I need some help. Please send me someone that can help me, that can give me the help that I need, because I can't do it all. I can't do it all. And we have to learn how to depend and to lean on Yah, because a lot of times we can't do everything. And so we have to come to that realization. And I know a lot of us, we try to get into that perfect mommy mode where we just want to be that perfect mom. And I had that moment where I was trying to be Miss Perfect Mom, and it did not work. Okay, you are not going to be that perfect mommy that you want to be. Okay, you're going to be perfect to a certain extent. And I believe a perfect mom is a mom that teaches her children to put Yah first, who teaches her children to be humble and to be obedient, and to teach them to be respectful. Okay, and as long as they know those foundations, and as long as they've got that foundation down pat, then your children are already, ready and set. It's just being there for them, being there and being able to interact with them. And I think that is what mostly has been my issue for these past couple of weeks or these past 2 months, is that I haven't been able to interact with my children like I want to. I'm usually, able to play with them for long periods of time, run around and play with them for long periods of time. And now, being that I'm pregnant with our third child, I haven't been able to do as much, because I've been really sick. I've been in the bed a lot. I've been resting a lot. And so I haven't been able to do as much as I want. And that's okay. I had my moments too where I would cry because I can't do as much, as I want with my girls. I can't clean up as much as I want. I can't cook as much as I want. And so now it's all about being organized. When you're in a situation where you just can't do everything, you have to learn how to just sit down and just write down a schedule. Write down a way to organize yourself. I'm sorry, you may hear my girls in the background. They're playing in their room, so you may hear them every once in a while. But you have to learn how to set aside time and just sit down and write down some ideas on how to stay organized. Okay, that goes from from meal preparation to activities for the kids, for the children, activities for the children. That comes to setting down rules for the children, teaching them how to pick up after themselves, and also having a schedule for yourself where you can have moments to lay back and rest. Or if there's something that you have to do, like if you have a job where you work from home, at least that time, you'll have that time to, when they're taking their nap, or if they're cleaning up or whatever, you'll have that moment to yourself to rest. Whether you want to read your Bible, or you want to sit down, set aside some time to pray to Yah, or you just want to sit down and you just want to go to sleep and take a little nap. The best time is to set aside some time for yourself, because it definitely helps to just have that time to yourself. And the best time is when you decide to lay your children down for a nap, because it's quiet and you get that time to yourself to do whatever it is that you need to do, whether there's that kitchen that you've been wanting to clean up since this morning and you weren't able to do it. But now that the girls are asleep, now that the children are asleep, now you can go clean that kitchen and make sure the kitchen is clean. And so it's just things like that. Or if you just have a moment where you just want to lay back and relax, that's perfect time, because now that you've laid the children down to take a nap, you can now lay down and rest and relax. Another thing that I have to learn as well for myself is learning to go to bed early. because I noticed that for me at nighttime,